Are you struggling to conceive? You have options, and at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group, we'll make sure you have the guidance and support you need. PREG is known for individualized fertility care that's unique to every patient. We take the time to provide a reassuring and empowering experience because we believe that you deserve nothing less. Let us help you on your journey to parenthood. Visit us at pregonline.com to learn more. Get the guidance and support you need at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's get started.
I have thought a lot in the last 24 hours.
Time to get your weekly sports fix.
By the skin of their teeth they lost.
Then you can just ride it the whole thing.
With Stix.
What's happening, homie?
Shit, man. Damn, sleep deprived, bro. What's going on with you?
I feel you, man. I feel you. Well, enjoying the last day off before Christmas. So, you know how that goes in the retail world. Just another day in the life.
Yeah, now it's lock in. Now you got to lock in for sure. You got to be focused on whatever these goals and missions are and percentages above this and that. And
yeah,
then the returns and exchange situation. What are we doing? What the hell? Get the hell out of here. Yeah, yeah.
The goals and ambitions I have are to just show up and do the job and roll with the punches. Fuck it. Nothing I haven't seen in the last 25 years or whatever the hell it's been.
That's what I'm saying. At this point, it's like a eyes closed, hands behind your back situation. It's like, come on, whatever. I mean, what new situation am I going to be presented with that I have not seen before?
That's right. Definitely a little bit less drama filled and not handing out tickets at 5 a.m. in the morning for a shoe release or whatever, or 3 a.m.
Yeah, man, that added a whole lot of extra work, man. I don't even know what that's all about, tickets and this and that.
Man, these young Thunderkins don't know about that. Shit.
There's real life out here, man.
Yeah, other than that, shit, bro, nothing, man. I'm hoping to wake up to like a foot of snow or some shit here in the next, week. I'll be all right with that, Can't get out of the driveway, just chill.
I think we done had 2 misses so far. They were supposed to be Monday, man. It was supposed to be yesterday. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Forget it, man. But more than that, whatever happened to that girl I was about to hook you up with?
Now what?
What happened to that girl I was about to hook you up with? I was hooking up the sticks with the girl, man. What happened?
I don't know. Haven't heard from her, bro.
Oh, man. Come on, dog.
Waiting on those DMs or whatnot. I don't know what's happening with that.
This social dating situation, man, is wild. Man, I don't even know how you could do it right now. You can't just meet people and all of this. What's up? Be in traffic and all of this. Everybody wants to investigate each other first before they say anything. This is so wild, man. I don't know how this thing works.
Shit, dog. We talk every day and we still can't even get together to put a show together.
Oh shit, yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah, and on top of that, schedules and the whole thing. Oh my god, yeah, man, it's wild, man. The stuff you got to do, man, to live in this world, bro.
Well, hopefully we'll get to put a show together next week. I'm not 100% sure on a fucking time yet, or scheduling purposes on my end. So you'll have to stay in touch and we'll figure it out like we do every day.
Yeah,
anyway,
for sure.
So.
Test out that live situation for sure, or at least in the same room situations. It'll be dope. I think we'll put it down for everybody because we gotta. I mean, I don't know. I hate to be the one to say we gotta loosen our protocols, because I'm the one probably catch the bad end of the stick. But we definitely should figure out what we can do to make this thing pop right in the natural way, like we always get down, like it was intended to be.
For real. Well, shit, bro. Let's get into this because there's a whole bunch of fuckery going on this week. Who fucking knows what the
all kinds of shit, man.
Who knows what's happening?
We were just talking about protocols. Everybody. I don't even know what kind of protocols people have right now. I don't know if they're using them because we've seen all of this before. We went through bubbles before and empty stadiums. And let's put some people in stadiums limited, right? These are just people. How come I haven't heard nobody in mass have breakouts from attending an event? But these athletes keep getting it. I don't understand this. This is a big, you know what I'm saying? I'm messed up by this.
Well, I mean, there's you get, for example, you get, 15 Rams players or whatever.
Yeah.
Out of 65, 70 players there, right? You
WFT, everybody got.
That's a big percentage, but you get a group of people that went to a game that holds 60,000. I guess it's not news that that attended so and so event has came down with symptoms or whatnot. So, but you
hasn't been. You haven't heard nothing like.
No,
this,
that's what I'm saying. I guess the percentage is so low that it's just swept under the rug.
Come on, man. This is wild. So, I mean, it's got to be. Okay, what are these dudes doing? This is the thing that makes me think about it. It's just like us. There's different mandates in place for us to be vaccinated in order to do certain things. Right? That's just what it is. You got to nowadays in King County up here, you have to show proof that you've been vaccinated in order to eat in this particular location. I've experienced this. This is a real thing. So they have all said that they're vaccinated on the strength of playing this sport in order for their job to get these millions, these bags, these endorsement deals, all of that. Keep everything going. Keep the water on. And a gang of them you trying to tell me these leagues don't have the stuff locked down? My daughter's in junior high school and they have to test every day.
Hey, they test every day, don't they? Or no, I guess if you're vaccinated, you don't have to test every day now, but you test every other day or something. But yeah, they got all this on lockdown, but shit's popping off still. That's for sure.
Every sport now. That's what I'm saying.
You're right though. It's not just
everybody.
It's everybody.
Man, and that's messing up how I'm thinking about everything. But on the basketball is just getting at the beginning, you know what I mean? It's just getting going. So, nothing really pops off in basketball until after the All-Star game when you start really considering moves. It's just like baseball is, until you really start considering what's going to really happen. But football is game to game. And this is stuff that's, you think they got to have locked down, but who's always on the job, and that's those writers. They're writing these good COVID scripts, you know what I'm saying, to keep things popping and very interesting. So I like what's going on, not from a COVID perspective, because I ain't trying to get it, but I like the action.
We're definitely in tune with those damn NFL writers, ain't that for sure?
They're cooking it up, all kinds of stuff you never even thought of before. Scoregami.
Hey, well, shout out to everybody. Thank you for listening, engaging with us, and sharing the podcast with your friends and family. We appreciate it. If you want to come on the show, hit us up, let us know.
Call in.
We get that number. Where's Chris at? The producer. He'll hook you up. We'll get you on there. So yeah, man, let's get with it. We want to, anybody needs a mug. We still got a couple mugs left to give out. So give us that quick review, good or bad, whatever app you listen to, we'll get at you. We apologize to India, shout out India. We can't forget about them. We ain't going to send nothing to you. I apologize. But, we have to give them a shout out for always having our backs too, right? Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. Go to thisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family. You can follow me on Twitter at Stix015 and follow this guy, Nos Big Homie, at homie_anonymous.
Yes, sir. That coupon code still active for the people?
I believe. Where's Chris at? The producer is not on right now. But,
I would just go punch the code in. Tell him what the code was. Code was.
I don't know what the code is. I just
shit, you forgot the damn code, man.
Come on, man. We'll find it. Hey, hit us up. Check out thisisfunner.com. It's on there.
All day.
Are you struggling to conceive? You have options, and at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group, we'll make sure you have the guidance and support you need. Preg is known for individualized fertility care that's unique to every patient. We take the time to provide a reassuring and empowering experience because we believe that you deserve nothing less. Let us help you on your journey to parenthood. Visit us at pregonline.com to learn more. Get the guidance and support you need at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group.
Share the love. It's in the family.
All right, the final score.
Dude, all right, I'm just gonna roll through some of this previous week stuff and a couple of the minor events we got going because we got a lot of NFL bullshit to talk about. Let's start off with my boy Coach Prime taking over. Coach Prime and Barstool taking over the number one high school recruit right from his alma mater, Travis Hunter. And I haven't seen this, homie. Maybe you can enlighten the people. I haven't had a chance. Kid gets $1.5 million from Barstool. Is that what he got for his NIL?
This is reported. Okay, this came to my desk. This is a speculation that's out there. Is that Barstool, of course, you know the relationship that Coach Prime has with Barstool. They got broadcasting situations going on out there. And in order to pull this recruit, apparently NIL is in full effect. I told you the new school is really active, that it's 1.5 out there to the kid. And apparently I think there's a job involved, like maybe there's some documentary or some like footage type situation that they're using because of course Barstool is a media situation, right? So they need footage, content. Like I was telling the producer before, this content is king. So they're just going the content route and they're going to work this and probably a day in the life of the number one recruit. And, you know, it'll be like a weekly segment. Who knows? You know what I mean? Or a YouTube hit or something like that. But it's money well spent because it's really just advertising for them, if you think about it, right? And if Prime bubbles off of this, he already got his team in the bowl game. If I am mistaken, if I remember correctly, they did win. So only thing that I'm saying is he just a little bit too late. He missed the thought seminar from a couple weeks back. He could have learned everything he needs to know. He's just asking Prime, hey, before I sign and commit, are you going to have another Instagram hole come up here and tell me how not to break my money off to him? Because I don't want to miss that.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't want to miss that. Well, we got to give a shout out to Coach Prime and the real Go Tigers, man, because
games.
I'm all in on this Jacksonville State now. I'm gonna have to start finding some Jacksonville State gear.
It ain't cold-blooded that he did his own
hell no
alma mater like that. No, not at all.
Hell no. He's getting he's getting his and he's getting the players, man. That's how it works. That's what the Knowles get for not hiring his ass 2 years ago when they were talking to him or whatever it was. You know, so I guess, you know, I'm still a Knowles fan, of course, but Coach Prime doing his thing. I mean, who wouldn't want to go play for Coach Prime at this point? I mean, he turned the program around. What were they, 11-1? I think they're in the championship game coming up, I think this weekend. So, I believe it's 11-1. So, I mean, hey, shout out to Coach Prime making moves and that staff, man. And, you know, hopefully he heals soon. I don't even know what happened to his ankle or his knee. He had some kind of surgery on it. But anyways, So go Tigers and Jacksonville State, baby. Speaking of Tigers, this fool, Brian Kelly out there.
Oh.
Dancing in promos with, I believe it was a quarterback.
I think so.
Trying to take all the clout and the shine from his, what the hell is this guy doing?
Country boy Kelly. Hey, look, Country boy Kelly, he's fully engrossed into the neighborhood now. I don't know what's going on. First he's talking country out here. Now he's in full on rap videos. Basically what it looked like.
Guy.
It was a legit promo though. But yeah, man, he must have. Okay, so this led me to ask myself two questions. Is this who Brian Kelly really is? Like, oh man, I couldn't wait to not be buttoned up so tight no more. Coaching this damn Irish.
He put on an act over there in Notre Dame for however many years, and then now he's out there
Maybe he's a real hood dude from the streets of Massachusetts. You know, maybe he's really connected with the Irish underworld or something. I don't know this. And he just been playing it smooth to get involved into the syndicate, which was Notre Dame. And then he's playing it undercover in order to later break out and become the man that he wants to be, the underground boss of the country. LSU. Go Tigers.
Well, I guess and Alabama's Bryce Young won the Heisman in college football last week. Didn't really see.
I didn't see it. Do you know? Was there any advertisement about the Heisman?
No, they screwed all that up too. Because
who were the other finalists? I don't know. Do I care? Maybe a little, but not really. But hold up though. So look at this. I just thought of this right now. Alabama been doing this Heisman thing, right? It's been running backs. It's been wide receivers. Now they got the quarterback in there. While Alabama's producing Heismans.
We know what we do care about, homie. It's the Seattle Kraken. Win one, lose one. And these sons of bitches, we hype them up about their over 5.5. And they kick rocks the last 2 games. That's all right though, because you know what? We got Saturday and Sunday to get it all back, brother.
Yeah, of course. You already know I was gonna be pissed the first time because I've been calling it. Right?
Yep.
Now that I'm really on it, now it falls off.
Yep.
Right. I've been sitting up here, you know what I'm saying? Same bet every time.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then look, I know, but look, the percentage is still good, but recent history just is looking bad. That's what I'm saying. Now we're looking at it was 13 of 16. Now we're talking about it's 13 of 18, 19 now, 18. So, 18, you know, it's like, okay, the percentage is leaning, but I'm going to still ride it until it falls off, man, until I notice something different.
Well, yeah, it's just going to get, it's going to get popping off again for sure. 2 home games this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Edmonton and Toronto. So back at home, and we'll see how that rolls out. I'm going to have you guys out there send me updates on the Friday or the Saturday night fight between Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley. Need to know how the MMA boy does this time around with Tyron stepping back in the ring against Jake Paul. So anybody who watches that fight, make sure you use that hashtag Stix and Sports. Hit us up and just keep us posted. So I know homie is not going to be buying that one. Speaking of UFC, hope you guys all tuned in to the fight of the year, the UFC 269 last Saturday. Of course, I did not get to. I was at the Trap. Go figure. Good card. Missed out. I told you, homie, it was going to be a good one. Charles Du Bronx Oliveira remained champion over Dustin Diamond Poirier. So sub in round 3. And then in the women's bantamweight title fight, we told you between Amanda Lioness Nunez, who was a minus 800 favorite. I think it closed at like minus 850. And versus Juliana, the Venezuela Vixen Pena, 550 underdog. The Venezuelan Vixen from Spokane got the sub in round 2. So shout out to the new women's bantamweight champion. You know, like I said, it was a good card. Both those fights were solid. I heard the rest of the card was pretty dope too. I saw some of the highlights via Twitter and just from people telling me about it. So pretty sweet card. So there's a couple more, or there's one more just fight night going on this weekend, but you know, stay tuned. Another card coming in January. We'll get on that one.
Damn, that's bad, man. Any given Sunday though.
You
see how
Saturday night, just like
Ronda Rousey caught that beat that one time. I saw that one. I think that was the last fight that I saw, and I only watched it because she was so hyped up, and she caught a beat kick right to the jaws. And it was just all bad for her. Yeah, man. I mean, but see, this is a fight sport. So a fight sport, you could always, you know, shake that off, go train, and come back and tap that ass next time. So, but it's, you know, saying that could prove how bad she is. that'll prove how bad she is if she's really that one, because they got to give her a chance. I mean, she ain't about to retire. I mean, as far as I've seen little pics of her, she looks young though. But man, woo, I'm surprised she caught that beat though. I hope she need another rematch so she can keep her legacy popping.
Hey, well, speaking of legacy, homie, we got a fantasy football update for y'all. In This is Funner League.
That ass.
Homie is in the playoffs. He's got a first round bye, which he's not too
Beat that
sure how
ass.
that worked out. And he battled through some injuries this year, homie. He took out a couple quarterbacks early. Now you're resting your players on this bye weeks. Good week to rest them with all this fucking COVID shit that we'll get into
that
later.
Ass.
So, hey, you're in there. All 4 girls got in, so shout out to the girls. And then, you got Evelyn, you got Em, you got Ange, and you got Jen. They're all in there. So all of our the fellas are backing you, homie. So you got to reign supreme here.
I know these pressure situations. I've been here before. I've made it to the playoffs before. I've been to the mountaintop. Man, I've even repeated one time. So I've been in these pressure situations. Are they really ready? Are they monitoring? Do they know anything about waiver wire acquisitions? No. Guess what? I'm going to raise my damn arm right damn now, because guess what? Homie in the house.
Good. You better make it happen. I'm on your side, homie.
Especially with that dramatic pause, man. I mean, I got to do it now when I hit him with the dramatic pause.
So stay tuned. Homie's got a bye this week, and then resting up those players. Hopefully no COVID protocol next week. Make some moves.
It will be.
All right, homie. What you got for the NBA? I know you got something.
Man, there's not really anything going on in the NBA. It's the same thing every week. There's nothing that went on. But, I mean, if you want to know what happened, I can tell you what happened probably in about 60 seconds or less, more. I don't know. It'll be somewhere around there. So, I mean, if you really want to know what happened in the NBA, it kind of went down something like this. Steph Curry finally hit the three-point record. He was playing tight as hell. 3 games, he only needed 16. Now, he was talking a whole bunch of mess. He averages about 3 made a game, so he finally did it. He passed Ray Allen. I'm telling you, he passed Ray Allen in 500 less games. That is crazy. COVID is everywhere. There's no joke. The Bulls got 10 people in protocol. If I'm not mistaken, there's only 15 people on our roster. Who's playing games from them? Okay, so they postponed Tuesday. They postponed Thursday. What are they doing? NBA double headers. Who is number 15 in a Lakers jersey? If you don't know, his name is Austin Reeves. He goes by the nickname AR-15. Is that appropriate nowadays? I don't even know. But Andre Karolinko was AK-47, so that was dope. I'm down with it. He came out there game-winning three-pointer last night in OT for the Lakers. Hey, 16 positive tests on Tuesday, over 40 in the last 2 weeks in the NBA. They're not testing anybody anymore. Guess what? Zion, he got hurt training to come back from being hurt. That's interesting. It cost KD, Kevin Durant, $25,000 to cuss out this damn fan while he was putting up 51 versus Detroit. That's a fine I will pay any day. Hey, the Rockets are so bad that they dehydrated their coach. Steven Silas is on the shelf because he's dehydrated. That's how bad the Houston Rockets are. Hey, guess what? I hear the Cavs are good. LeBron is not on that team. But guess who is on that team? Kevin Love and Ricky Rubio. I did not know that.
Ricky Rubio is still in the league?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Neither of them start, which is funny too. And they just won their 5th in a row. That's interesting. Dame is still out here saying that he is not leaving Portland. Trailblazers fans, you can calm down. Danny Ainge, he's back in the game. Guess what? A CEO job. I've never heard of a CEO of an NBA team before. I thought it was just the owner and then the president and the GM. So they created some weirdo position for him. That should be cool. Hey, they're talking about Ben Simmons again, so we might find something out since they're talking about trades. I don't know. And guess what? Hey, little hometown action. Did you know that former Gonzaga Zags standout and rookie Jalen Suggs has been out for 2 weeks with a thumb issue?
Nope.
Yeah, me neither. You know why? He plays for the Orlando Magic.
This guy and his NBA in 60 seconds. That's a breakdown, though, for real. Hey, and a little note on your Cleveland Cavaliers there, brother. Covered the spread the last 13 games.
You see what I'm saying? Apparently they're good. Who they have, I don't know. The two dudes that they do have that I heard of don't start. This is ridiculous. I don't know. The NBA, bro.
That's the NBA for you.
You're listening to your weekly sports fix with Stix.
Yeah, this thing in NFL right here. We're ready.
Let's go.
I guess, man.
I don't know if you said we're ready. I don't really know if we are, because what the hell do we know at this point?
Oh, I don't know. It's week 15. We do know that. I mean,
that is true.
That's one fact that I can guarantee that I know. Week 15 is coming up, man. We're talking about this before it starts. Thursday game has not been played. It's some big ones out here for this week. Games that have major meaning. It's a whole lot of lumber being laid on the lines, too. Some huge numbers. What is going on with this, man? We're going to see if we can help y'all figure this out, how to work these angles, find out if there's a little bit of money to be made and hit these storylines up, man. But shoot, I mean, you might as well start off with the Jaguars owner, the Iron Sheik, in the middle of the night, fired Urban Meyer. What was the first thing? I mean, you sent to me offline, and I was already checked out for my sports day. So I figured I'd find out in the morning. What you know so far?
I think everybody saw the early discussions or story was Josh Lambo, a former kicker, was out practicing balls, and then Urban Meyer came up to him, kicked him in the leg, and said, "Make fucking kick" or something like that.
Yeah, dipshit.
Yeah, dipshit. Yeah, exactly. And then Lambo was like, "Whoa, what are you talking about? What are you doing?" or whatever. So that came out early in the day, and then the update didn't even come across till like 9:30 or something our time that that Urban got terminated. So, I mean, did he really get fired at midnight or 1 o'clock over in Florida? So
yeah,
I'm sure it was an all day affair. They were at NFL meetings too. The owners were. So
did they think that this was the old school where the only way that people got news was the newspaper? They're trying to make sure the news came out too late to get in the newspaper or something.
Yeah, there you go. Right, that must be so. Wow, you already called it last week, homie. You said, when we were talking offline too, you said, Jacksonville officially quit on Urban, and after the second game that they got shut out, right? So, I mean, there was turmoil in the locker room. There's also stories that
Are you struggling to conceive? You have options, and at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group, we'll make sure you have the guidance and support you need. Preg is known for individualized fertility care that's unique to every patient. We take the time to provide a reassuring and empowering experience because we believe that you deserve nothing less. Let us help you on your journey to parenthood. Visit us at pregonline.com to learn more. Get the guidance and support you need at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
He called his coaches idiots or morons, and then he had better coaches at Bowling Green back in the day or something like that. So shout out Bowling Green, I guess. Yeah. But that story's wild. I mean, did we really think he was going to last more than a year? Probably not. But
I did.
But then
I figured
halfway through the year, once all this shit started popping off.
Well, after he got through with the whole I'm staying here because I need to go to the club with this chick and get taken pictures of. Once he survived that, I was like, oh, he's good. Him and the owner is cool. Him and the Iron Sheik is cool. right? So I'm assuming he was going to be there. But then you got somebody got some information. Trevor Lawrence says that football is not his only ambition. Now they're looking at him crazy. Like, do the players have balls anymore? Because we were just talking about this about not too long ago with the UW coach and his interaction with his player that was caught on camera, right? So are we talking about these players are just way too sensitive and these are just still old school coaches that are still doing regular coach type stuff? Hey, dipshit, why don't you make some cakes today? That would be nice. I would really appreciate it if you could come in the clutch for us, seeing that you're not hitting anybody out here. You don't have any responsibility to know any plays. Yo, dipshit, why don't you make some kicks today? Hey, I'm just ribbing you right now. What? You going to HR for that? You see what I'm saying?
Well,
and this is what it is, because he didn't get fired for the hands on the chick's ass at the club.
Right. I wonder if that would have went a different way if there was no physicality from a leg to a thigh.
What, he got a thigh
supposedly?
contusion? I mean, what has he got, bruising now? Is he out for a game? Is he on the IR?
Hey, it was the same leg or the same hip that he was out for 12 games last year with.
Oh, word? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see.
All right. So, I mean, did Urban, wire back and try to punt him through the uprights? I mean, come on.
This dude is just a wild boy overall, man. And that's just real. I mean, it's hard to figure out what his track record is. And then now, because I didn't know much about his track record, I never was following the guy. I just know that he was successful in a few different places. And now you start getting details about what accusations was happening in these places. And I'm like, wow, this dude is just a wild ass boy. Okay. I don't even know if Lane Kiffin got stories like this. You know what I mean? So he's just a wild ass boy. Dude, Steve Sarkisian don't even got stories like these.
It's funny.
I mean, maybe he do though. Maybe he do. I don't know. But yeah, go ahead.
But I mean, I was just going to say, and I've heard this twice. I believe it's from Dan Orlovsky and Pat McAfee. I'm sure they've both said this because I know this is probably where I heard it, is you're going to coach, you're going from being, the boss and having all control over these college kids to what they eat, their schedule, their practice, all this stuff, to go into the NFL with, young men who are already been in that atmosphere, who hopefully have the right work ethic and all that stuff. And then you go to the coaching the NFL team, and this guy thinks he's still coaching kids or something. I don't know. Like,
I don't know if that's the mentality he has. Like, if he's really doing them like they're in Pop Warner, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'll talk to you any kind of way. That's crazy. But I mean, we've seen dudes like Robert Saleh. We've seen dudes like Coach Mike Singletary getting people face and tell them, I'm not having this.
Yeah.
And the guy Dennis Green, he'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? So there's old school. Now, Dennis Green is clearly old and all of that, but I'm just saying there's clearly coaches out here that are known disciplinarians, and that's how they get what they get. You know what I mean? But I mean, whatever your style is, I guess you have to, there is some adjustment coming out of the college game because these guys are generally young in developmental stages in order to be professionals. They haven't been paid in the past before for doing their job. And, to where that determines how much you get paid, how you can take care of your family and this and that. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would think that these dudes who laugh and joke and put popcorn in each other's car can deal with stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, no doubt. I believe that for sure. You would think that they'd be able to handle a little hazing or whatever and a couple words here and there. I don't know. I've been called worse.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, and still went out and performed too on top of that, you know what I mean? And dealing with it. So I know what it is. Man, I mean, that's going down, but guess what? Now, here's the one. I marked that game down too to talk about, because the link is Trevor Lawrence, who doesn't have football flowing through his veins, come out this week and ball out on Houston. Is that a sign? Or do they just get destroyed by Houston and I have them both equal teams at the bottom of the bucket?
Well, first of all, if you saw my notes I sent you on the email, I said no one fucking cares about this game. But that was before the fact that Urban Meyer got fired. So, like I said, way too early trying to get my picks in and trying to get some knowledge behind my picks is all null and void after all the COVID shit and the firing. Well, where's Aaron Jones, not the football player? Aaron Jones, it's on the broadcast all the time from Vegas, because he would tell us what the record is of a coach being fired and then coming back the next week. Remember, we've had this discussion last year. So now, although I said no one fucking cares about this game, now everybody cares about this game.
Exactly.
Because Trevor Lawrence has his offensive coordinator, old Seahawks offensive coordinator, Darrell Bevell, is now the acting head coach for Jacksonville. So, I mean, is this where Bevell has his own game plan now instead of maybe Urban? This is what he brought to Urban, and Urban said, no, we're not fucking doing that.
That's a good idea.
Now he wants to open it up and let Trevor Lawrence eat a little bit. Could be a good game for Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence and those wide receivers. Laviska Shenault's the only one I know off the top of my head because I have him on my fantasy team. So might need him to step up this week and get some points in that consolation bracket that I'm in. So, I think this is a good game. I mean, I think this is going to be could be very bad. Things could go from worse or bad for Urban Meyer to worse when the Jacksonville Jaguars pull out a good win or a win, even though it is over Houston.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, that's the script writing, or I don't know what, turning a bullshit game into straight fire in your face, filled with storylines now. So whether it happened by chance or what, man, it just turned all of the spotlight to that game for whatever reason in that 1 o'clock, 10 a.m. Window for us. So I'm pretty sure that'll get some eyes in the red zone and all that. But I can't help. I mean, I gotta go to the game from last week real quick and see how you feel about Tom Brady taking the boy Josh Allen's heart out his chest, taking a bite out of it, spitting it out, and throwing his heart on the ground. Oh my God, man. Brady with the walk-off TD in the OT, because first of all, there was 2 OT games that went on at the same time that stretched out that window. Oh man, was that cold-blooded how Josh came all the way back though? Come on,
were they
man.
shut out in the first half? Of course, I was at the Trap, so I didn't get to watch it, but they were shut out in the first half, weren't they? Buffalo? Yes,
came all the way back.
What did I say last week about Buffalo? I said this is their game; they have to make it happen, right? Or they're could be in a big nosedive. So they are like 7th in the playoff standings right now. Buffalo is. So with 7-6, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams at 7-6, and who knows what the hell is going to happen this weekend. We'll get into those later.
Yeah.
But I mean, that could have very well just sunken the Buffalo Bills with no run game. I mean, how far are they really going to get in the playoffs anyways? But yeah, I think Brady just said, hey, Mortal Kombat style, and just ripped the heart out of those Buffalo Bills and all their fans right there.
They thought they had it. They thought they had it. And I'm telling you, the walk-off fatality. And again, man, Brady's still at it. He's making sure his name is written all across the record books. Now it's completions. So 71-56 on completions right now. And think about this, man. Is the dude that's going to break any of Brady's records, because Brady is 40 and still going, is he even in the league yet? Is the dude that's going to break Steph Curry's record, and he's still playing right now, even born yet?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That have the possibility of doing these things. Are they even born yet? Because look how much of a start you have to get. And Brady didn't even pop off at the very beginning as far as age goes, because he sat. Yeah. Wow, man, this is crazy, bro.
This is definitely interesting for sure, and going to be fun to watch and see what happens. Because, who knows if they're in the league? I mean, if they are in the league, they're gonna, still have time to to get there if they decide to play till 40. Andrew Luck sure the hell didn't.
Yeah, for real though. For real though. And you know, a lot of people look at, you know, Andrew Luck like, oh man, come on, man, you ain't got no heart. I mean, you get injuries. There's other dudes. Patrick Willis, he left out early, and a lot of these guys, he's on the other side of the ball, but still, they check out early. They don't have any interest in all of this. Maybe they just got the money and they're out. That's why I'm saying it's so special that these dudes that still want to do it with longevity and playing with length. Even LeBron at some point is going to break this Kareem Abdul-Jabbar points scored record. I'm sure of it, right? And it's going to seem real weird. But to have the amount of longevity and stuff to be able to do it, I'll be interested to see if when LeBron do it, if he does it faster than Kareem did, because Steph 500 less games, that's crazy. And Brady is still just out here going. Breeze just was playing and he just ran by him, right? So that means Mahomes we're looking at young Herb, right? And we're going, we don't really see it quite yet. Or we're looking at Joe Burrow and we're going, no, we don't really see it quite yet.
And these guys, like you said, though, are getting a head start on Brady because Brady did sit for those first, few years or whatever it was. So, yeah, and he didn't even really start popping off until what? He was 30 when he started throwing a lot of touchdown passes. Belichick said, "Here, we're just gonna
That's true.
Slow your roll. We're just gonna groove you on into this game plan here, boy."
You couldn't even name a Patriots wide receiver the years before Randy Moss got there, right? There was the one dude who played offense and defense. You know what I mean? The year that they played like the Rams, and then I think they played Jake Delhomme with the Panthers the first time. It was a dude the Patriots had behind Brewski. He was in the secondary. He played wide receiver too. So you don't even know who those dudes were. They were basically a run team. It was Corey Dillon. They had all of this other stuff that they was rocking with. So yeah, man. So it's crazy. Wow, man. And shoot, hey, NFL took a loss, a young loss too, with Demaryius Thomas last week. When we remember him from that Seahawks Super Bowl, of course, and the boy Aaron Jones, probably felt some kind of way, I'm sure, representing the Broncos and all of that. He passed away last week. Strange, no information, but 33 years old, man. And the Broncos seemed like they just came and balled out. You know what I'm saying? For that man. It was against Detroit. I mean, nothing against that, but I mean, they did what they were supposed to do against a Detroit team and keep their name in the bucket.
R.I.P. Demaryius Thomas, man. Yeah, that's sad day when you hear that information of someone so young like that, for real. And good thing there's no foul play involved that we've heard of so far. So it just sounds like some kind of medical issue. So R.I.P. DT.
Yes, sir, man. So like you were talking about a minute ago, man, these playoff situations are starting to become a little bit, heady right now, especially in the AFC. It's a lot of thinking involved and a lot of characters involved in this particular play that we about to set up for these playoffs. Now it looks a little clearer in the NFC. The NFC kind of is what it is. Maybe the seeding might shake out. And we talked about a couple weeks. Who's really going to get in? I mean, none of those guys. I mean, Minnesota, didn't they try? They tried to kill Big Ben last week, didn't they? They tried to kill the man.
Yeah, and he persevered with his Big Ben instinct. And all I remember about that game, homie, is that damn cover was a drop away.
Well, yeah, fuck.
So,
I mean, Minnesota came out and was beating them down about the head. 23-0 at the half. So you thinking, oh, this is a coast right here. You know what I'm saying? Dalvin Cook's balling, 2 touchdowns early, bang. You know what I mean? I think Jefferson and this is what Thielen was out and all of this. Shit, I don't know what the hell Mike Tomlin. This is what I'm talking about. These coaches. I want to know what the hell these coaches tell these cats, man. They come out in the second half, you know what I mean? And it was a whole different damn story.
Yeah, well, what was it? Was it 23-0 at halftime? Is that what it was?
23-0 at the half. Okay. So Big Ben ran him all the way back unanswered.
Well, and the game plan in the second half was pretty good because they didn't go away from the run because Najee Harris still got yards and touchdowns. So they battled back and the defense stepped up. I don't really think it was too much of Big Ben. You know, he did have that final drive down there to bring him almost into cover range, and then the ball off the hands and probably a couple flags there to keep the riding going in the game. So, they tried to force Big Ben into retirement early. I thought he might have retired at halftime.
Yeah, for real.
And just said, "Hey, walk out like the old Bills."
Yeah, it was. I mean, as it came down to the end, this was one of the storylines from the end. As the Steelers are coming down, Claypool is out there with seconds left, and when we're in a spike it situation, he's out there throwing the old first down celebration, and then somebody knocked the ball out of his hands, and that wasted X amount of seconds off the clock. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the storylines that happened from the end of that game, though. But Minnesota held on. And got that win. So we're talking about, okay, they're still in it because guess who's right there in front of them in terms of change, dealing with COVID, is the WFTs.
Oh,
so the WFTs, you know what I'm saying? They got, I mean, who's all in their COVID, you know what I'm saying, situation, but WFTs got, I think they're talking about both their quarterbacks, not even Heineken, but also, what's the old name? Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen, yeah. They put him he's on the COVID list. They had to bring up
a dude you never heard of.
They had to sign. Oh, I just had him off the top of my head too. I can't remember what his name was now. They just signed some guy who used to be XFL quarterback just to be a backup. So what do they have? Like 15 players on the list, 17 players.
They got one of the most on the list, yeah.
Along with your
and the good who's COVID house? Rams COVID house. Them COVID boys. Yeah, man.
So I mean, and I guess Heineke has an injury too. So
yeah,
I mean, this could be. I don't even know. They're number 7 in the playoff seeds right now. So what a wild weekend as we.
I mean, we got some stuff. We got some stuff cooking up, man, because everybody's getting into these last 4 games. And I saw you went to work and started chefing up some information. But I mean, you got divisional matchup with WFTs and Philly. You got divisional matchup Cowboys and Giants. I don't know what that's going to be, but it is what it is, right? And then you also have Arizona is being featured in a COVID game after they took a beat because Detroit's got it. Arizona also loses DeAndre Hopkins for the year. Kyler Murray just got drug all over the place, right? Then you got
Lamar's got. Oh, go ahead.
No,
I was gonna say Lamar's got an ankle injury. He's doubtful, splitting reps at practice.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? And that's Green Bay, and that's a home game. So what's going on there? Then we got another COVID game because Cleveland got it, including Baker Mayfield, Jarvis Landry, you know what I'm saying? Vegas, nobody even knows what the Raiders are. Yeah. You know what I mean? They'll put up a good performance. So, I mean, you look at this is what the slate is. I just wanted to show everybody what the slate is. And, I mean, some of these games, they got stuff on the line. Cincinnati's going out there trying to get their face back on in Denver, man. So, as we get into this, I know you have some information cooked up, but, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. We got a head-to-head this week. Drama-filled. You know what I'm saying? Situation Rams, between the Seahawks and the Rams.
Yeah.
Right? So, which way you want to go with it? Which way? I'm going to let you steer the ship for a second. Which way you want to go with it?
Well, let's see. Do we miss anything? I guess we can kind of add anything into the games when we start talking about the games a little bit. But, I mean, I guess let's just start with the Thursday night real quick because I want to end.
Yep, let's go.
With the Rams and Seahawks, even though it's not a Sunday night or Monday night game, but since we're both fans of our team, we got to get the hometown picks in for everybody for that game. But you're right, 100% right. I mean, literally every team with the exception of what? Jacksonville, Houston, maybe the Jets, and then Detroit. And Detroit are really the only ones that aren't in the playoff fix right now.
Yeah.
So,
but that's pressure on Miami playing the Jets at home to come up because they still have signs because they won what 6 straight.
Miami,
right?
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, all of these games like mean some shit. It looked like to me. That's
there's really something. And then, like we said, week 15, so 3 games after this week. And, a lot of stuff can happen. Who knows what's going on with all this COVID stuff and the protocols and false positives and all that stuff. Speaking of that, I guess we could talk about that once we get in. But Tyler Lockett and Alex Collins are on the list now for the Seahawks as well. So anyways, what do you think about tonight's game, homie? KC, I think it went down to a 3-point favorite, and the over-under went up to like 53.5.
Yeah.
And you know what I think about the overs, and I'm almost leaning under on this one, homie. To be honest with you, if it goes up 53.5, I could very well see it, 27-24, something like that, 28-24. But my first initial thoughts on this is, KC's on a six game win streak. They lost in week 3 to LAC at home when Young Herb had 4 TDs that week. So, and then plus KC has their next 3 is home against Pitt, at Cincy, and at Denver, all challenging games for them. So we'll see what happens. And then, but is this a look ahead game for the Chargers, thinking that they have Houston at home next week or at Houston next week? The look ahead. So I don't know.
It can't be a division game. Can't be a look ahead. You know what I'm saying? Because this is where it's breaking down. I mean, this is interesting to me. This is where it's like, I think one of those dog or pass situations, right? I think because look, KC has been doing KC type shit recently, but they haven't been scoring like KC unless they play the Raiders. They'll score some points against the Raiders. 48 last week, and I can't even remember what it was earlier on in the year. But as far as that, the scoring differential is a whole lot different versus everybody else. In the league. But their defense is starting to come together. The Chargers, man. Young Herb. I'm getting strong Dan Marino vibes, man, from Young Herb, man. And so if Keenan Allen is back, which from my understanding, he's cool for COVID protocols. Mike Williams played last week, and he was just because he tested at the last minute. So it seems like their whole squad is there. So I have Kansas City 6.5 better than the average, and I have the Chargers 2 better than the average. That's a 4.5 for me. If you're saying it's a 3 to Kansas City, I mean, the Chargers don't have a home field in LA. It's just going to be Chiefs fans in there. So I don't know. I think this is one of those dog or pass situations, man, if you're looking at the number, because I would have it at 4.5 to KC. If they're only taking 3, getting 3, I would say, all right, do I want that side?
Well, I think I know where you're going with this, homie. You would just say, if you're going to play, if you're off your numbers, you would say that if you were going to take LAC, you would take the money line and take your chances with that.
The potential is better. You know what I'm saying? For the runaway, if that happens, because your payout's going to work out better. Number one, for earning potential. But I mean, it's a dog or pass situation. I'd rather take the 3 point, get 3 points the other way than to have to bank on Kansas City beating them by 3 when the only people they've beat by multiple scores is the Raiders all year. Right?
Yeah.
So, and that's where it's like, I mean, I got to take the dog on this because it just looks weird. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the points, I could see it being one of those, last second situations and it be a 3 push or something. or
With
something
the
like that.
division game, like you said too. I mean, both teams have something to play for in this game for sure. So one could move up and one could move down, or they could just flip flop in a way. So
yeah, but I think it'll be interesting though. I think I would I almost, because of the way I'm talking, I would almost look at all of the Mahomes props under. Just like you were talking about. If you're talking about points over, that's correlated. Like all the Mahomes props under, passing under, you know what I'm saying? Completion or attempts, completions under, and that way, because they know that they're going to be in this fight on a Thursday. What's the look ahead? Who do they have next? What did you say KC has next?
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry. We were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Pitt at home. Excuse me. Pitt at home, and then at Cincinnati, then at Denver.
Yeah, so they got this road game here, and then they go home to Kansas City. Maybe they want to pull a Belichick and just, get out of there and not wild out and try to control the situation. But that's just not how Andy Reid likes to rock. I think if their defense comes up and gets like a quick 4 and out, 3 and out, or a turnover or something, and they start running. But see, that's where the points come back in, because they start playing that bullshit ass defense at the end, and teams be coming back.
Yep. So, well, we got 2 games on Saturday, homie. We got I know you're going to be posted up. It's about the time of year where you tell the wife you got the weekend all wrapped up. You'll do the holiday thing and get ready. So Saturday you got Las Vegas at Cleveland, like we discussed, and then New England at Indy. Yikes. What a good day for football on starting off the Saturday games for the NFL.
Yeah, man, that New England joint is looking weird, man. I don't know. After all of that, you stood the Colts by 2.5.
Yeah, Colts.
You would think that would be the line. Yeah.
I don't know if it moved at all. I haven't checked, but that's what I got so far early. That was, like I said, my early line that I seen was 2.5 for Indy. I don't know if we could even talk about the Cleveland. What I believe it was 3, but you said it might have moved. But I don't know if we can talk about this game, because who knows what the hell's going on.
I think it went the complete other way, bro. Now the Raiders are favored. This is like a gap to get on that Cleveland money, man, because I still think that if you throw, what's my man's name? Dude's notorious for coming in the game and saving Baker Mayfield. Damn, why am I forgetting his name?
No, I just heard it too.
You play for Minnesota. In the miracle game with Stephon Diggs.
Damn.
Damn it. But y'all know who I'm talking about. But yeah, so, and then they're just going to run the game. If I remember correctly, if I look at the Cleveland COVID situation, which I can't believe I have a database for this, but I do not see names of Nick Chubb or Kareem Hunt. So in that situation, I'm looking at next. I want to look at, do I got any O-linemen on here? Oh, starting with lineman Wyatt Teller. He's a heavyweight in the game. Willis
Keenum. That's who we were looking for.
Case Keenum. Then you got 2 O-linemen that don't start. That would be your would-be backups, and then you have 1 starting heavyweight Wyatt Teller on your offensive line. So that's what I would be concerned with for Cleveland, because that's how they want to get down. They want to get down by running the shit out of Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. That's when they look good.
Yeah.
And then they catch people slipping with Peoples Jones.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it. Plus, I mean, Vegas just got stomped last weekend. I thought they'd put up a better fight than that, as you heard on the podcast last week. So, man, who knows what those guys are at this point? You know, they got something to play for as well. So we'll see.
In Cleveland, man, that's what I'm saying. That's losing too many points because now we get to the point where they have weather coming off the Great Lakes. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, I just think that wouldn't think anybody don't be square and just be like, what? Let me just take this Raiders money. You better stare at it a little bit closer than this. Cleveland likes to get down on the ground, get down on the flow. And if their O-line is intact and them 2 running backs' names stay off that damn list, I think they're going to be perfectly damn fine because I don't see Peoples Jones name on the list. I don't see the tight ends name on the list. Oh, shit. Okay, my bad. Austin Hooper, Njoku. Oh, damn.
They're on there.
Shit. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on.
Well, you just said for yourself, you just said that's not their game plan. Their game plan is to run the hell out of the ball and pound the rock. So,
but they like to catch you slipping every now and again. You know what I mean? Woo. Well, but yeah, I would still say that for me, like I said, for the line to open up, Cleveland -5, nationwide, worldwide open, grand premiere -5, Cleveland. And now all of a sudden, because, okay, they got a breakout of a couple players, you're telling me that's a touchdown of line moves and value? I would almost argue that if you put my man in there, whose name you just said, and I've already forgot the quarterback.
Case Keenum.
Okay, Case Keenum. Is equal to Baker Mayfield. I would argue this.
Where's Rudy at when we need his insight on the Cleveland Browns? He'd probably tell us the same thing at this point. With not a broken, but a injured Baker Mayfield who's playing through injuries all year. We told him to rest him earlier.
He's gonna give him a better chance, man.
Yeah. But yeah, your boys from Indy, New England, that's gonna be a tight game to watch on Saturday night with New England rolling in there with their number 1 defense, 15 points per game allowed. Is this a game where, was your boy Jonathan Taylor just after the bye week healthy? Hopefully they're all healthy. I didn't see any of those guys on the COVID list that we got.
Let me check my database.
So
yeah,
but gotta be about that game. They gotta make a statement right here.
Dude, I marked this one down. This is one of the stupidest lines I've ever seen. Somebody's going to get caught slipping in this game. Reason why, nationwide grand premiere opening, New England Patriots -2.5. Now -2.5 to Indianapolis. 5 points of swing. Did either one of them play last week? No. 5 weeks for both of them. So what's changed in a week of a bye week? Anything that you know of? They're the same team still. So why does the line move 5 points the opposite direction? Don't be stupid. It's still Bill Belichick. I got him. What do I got it at? I got it 5.5 to New England. And that's even with the horseshoe showing out like they have. Right? So I would have played New England anyway. So don't be stupid, y'all, and think that there's some 2.5 out there that the Colts can cover. It beat New England by 3 and they can cover this. Don't be stupid. They're trying to catch you slipping. You better think about this. Both teams, by the way, as I look in the database, no significant COVID situations for either one of those two teams. And I can't believe I got to give updates after each one of these games, but it is what it is, man. So that's Saturday action. And then you come back Sunday, divisional matchup. We talked about this. Now we're talking about all this stuff going down with Washington, but forget them. Philly, who's still highly in the mix. Right? And we are kind of like not talking about them, except for that your boy with the mustache showed up like Tom Cruise around here, Top Gun, last week.
Mania. Yeah.
So but I mean, they're giving him a touchdown against them COVID boys, WFTs. So is that like easy money? I mean, is there a lot of thinking needed in there? Do I even need to look at my PR to say anything? What does the Stix PR say?
I think you roll with Philly with all the madness in Washington football team going on. I mean, who really knows? What the hell do we know, right? What the hell do we know? I like Philly. I mean, is it still 4.5? I mean,
no, touchdown.
Oh, it's a touchdown now. I mean, if it went up like that with the professionals who set these lines, they know something. They know something's up. So I think I'm going to have to stick with Philly on this one.
For sure. There's nothing to tell me otherwise. I mean, okay, you lost your 2 quarterbacks. I'm not trying to look at the database. I don't see McLaurin. I don't see
Gibson's not on there.
Don't see Gibson. Don't see Samuel. Don't see any of the tight ends. So I mean, maybe these just a bunch of practice squad dudes. They got it. Because I don't, aside from the names that we talked about earlier with the 2 quarterbacks, I mean, I don't see anything of significance on here. So,
just too much going on.
Yeah, you lose your leadership though from the quarterback position 2 rungs down. Come on, man, that's a big difference. You're talking about a professional defense in Philadelphia. They ain't out there bullshitting.
Yep,
there's a touchdown right there.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
I mean, I have it on that one. I have it 2.5 points difference, but I mean, all of that other shit is what inflates it up to 7, and there'd be nothing for me to do but take the favorite versus the COVID.
Yeah, we don't even know if there's any coaches on that list because we all know what happens when the coaches are part of it. Even if you're a unpaid admin assistant on the 3rd wide receiver coach makes a difference. From we found out on Thanksgiving a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, speaking of coaches, and going back to that Cleveland and Raiders game, Stefanski's out of that one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep. So, but he was out last year too. So they've did this before, and if my memory serves me correct, the Browns won that game without Stefanski last
year. Playoff game, right? Pitt.
Yeah, they won that game against Stefanski last year. So, yeah, man. Pick out here. You go ahead and pick out a good one.
I was going to say, what else we got it
in the morning? I mean, I think I had, because see, there's some number out there. Look at these numbers, though. Let me just give you these numbers real quick.
Yeah.
Buffalo -10.5. Miami -10. Dallas -10.5. Arizona -13 in the 1 o'clock window, Eastern time, 10 o'clock Pacific. Come on, those are huge numbers. So you got to be looking for an edge for the dog. That's all you have to be doing. I mean, and then you also got, I'm going to tell you, I got some, these are my discrepancies. I would make Miami -13 over the Jets. So that would give me some juice to stay with Miami and the 10 points and not crossing the 13. Dallas, I'll make 13.5. That's 2 touchdowns. I would never lean the Giants. And then Arizona, Detroit, I pretty much made that one. I think I had one. Oh, here we go. Look, Tennessee and Pittsburgh. Vegas is saying -1.5 to Tennessee. I would have Tennessee at -5.5. Is that easy money, Tennessee, or am I tripping based on what we saw from Pittsburgh and all that?
Yeah, I mean, I think even after the shenanigans that Tennessee's pulled the last few weeks, that you called them out. Are they real? Without Derrick Henry and the site that the way they've been playing. I mean, is it time that they get back a little bit, get right game for them?
Yeah, they got the wide receiver, got the wide receivers back in the good get right game.
Yeah,
not AJ Brown yet, but Julio Jones is back on the field.
Yeah, I think I like Tennessee in this game -1.5. I still don't believe in Pittsburgh. I called them out a little bit ago. Then they proved me wrong in that one game. I don't remember what game that was, But after what we saw last week, it just they didn't show up in the first half and came out in the second half. So yeah, I think this is just the Tennessee game. Big Ben's looking into retirement, in my opinion. But what you said about the underdogs too, homie, as we've found out that Dallas is 10-3 against the spread. And what are they? A double-digit favorite?
Mm-hmm.
And New England is 9-4 going back to Saturday's game against the spread. The other double digits, Arizona and Detroit play each other. So Arizona is 9-4 against the spread, and Detroit is 8-5 against the spread. So that'll be interesting to see how that one turns up. But real quick on the Arizona Detroit, I think we mentioned it earlier. You said Hopkins are out. They have a lot of weapons out there. So, you know, I think they're still going to be okay. But you've referenced to it before about Kyler Murray. You know, how's he, you know, when he's not good, they're not good. I mean, that goes, I guess, fitting with the quarterback situation, correct?
For sure. Yeah, he gets shook. Once he gets thrown down a couple times, then you could just see the game kind of change a little bit. When he goes to the sideline, he has that little Eli Manning pouty face on, and he's shaking his head like, man, and then he's shaking from then. And this is the same thing that's happened, I think, 2 years in a row now. So I just have my eye on him, and I think, but this is a good spot with Detroit's COVID boys situation going on. This will be a good spot for them to figure out what they're going to do with AJ Green. Is he going to become the number one, or are they going to do some of that Rondale White / Tyreek Hill / Hunter Renfrow type situations with Rondale Jones? More. So, and then they work some out with Christian Kirk and all of that. So that'll allow them to play around and figure out how they're going to work if Hop is done, which it seems like he's done.
Steady dose of Zach Ertz could be very well acquainted for.
And they got Chase Edmonds coming back too.
Yeah,
off
and
the IR.
Every time I talk you into the Detroit play that I'm 100% sold on, goes to bite us in the ass. So, but I mean, 13.5 is just crazy. I mean, Detroit's won in whatever, but you know, they have covered in eight of those games. So
dog or pass. That's what I'm saying. It's like dog or pass. You got to take, it's a lot of points, bro. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what the NFL's be doing, am I just supposed to sit back and lay the lumber?
And
with all these guys? No.
Teams that don't have anything to play for are some scary motherfucking teams at this time of year. I mean, they're trying to wrap up their season and just ball out, take a few more chances. Your boy Goof might throw for 350 in this game. Who knows?
His name is not on the list. So that's it. I mean, that's what I would be looking at in another one. And I know you want to, you probably got a little bit of an opinion on Green Bay, Baltimore. Okay. Green Bay by 5.5. Not big of a COVID situation happening in that, but we all know, as we alluded to earlier, Lamar Jackson, big D for doubtful, big Q for questionable on him after he got twisted last week in the first half, and it didn't look good for their squad after that, period. They looked like straight toilet bowl. But in the worldwide open, before any of that happened, it was just 2 to Green Bay. I would have played, if I could have played that, I would have played the 2 to Green Bay in the look ahead 2 weeks ago, if I'd have known that.
100%.
I got it to 8.5 to Green Bay.
Right now,
that's what I would have it at, and it's only 5.5.
Yeah, I would take Green Bay by a touchdown all day. I mean, they've covered 11 of the 13 games, so there's no reason not to take Green Bay up to a touchdown, in my opinion. If you have them at 8, and I trust your power rankings, homie.
That's
so
what I'm
I would
saying.
definitely take Green Bay till they prove us otherwise.
Yeah, even with Josh Fields coming out hot and putting a challenge into him, you know what I'm saying, in that game early, Aaron Rodgers still winking at the sidelines, winking in the camera like, hold up, slow down. I know what I'm doing. I got this out here.
Yeah.
And once again, 4 touchdowns later, he still owns them, right? So, and if you were doing that a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and to look ahead and only said that this game was 2 with Lamar fully healthy, only 2 after he would just been running through everybody. Come on, man. Green Bay's the number 2 team in the league right now.
Yeah.
Top to bottom, clear. There's no questions. It's Tampa Bay and them. It's the Bay of Pigs.
The Bay of Pigs.
That's just what it is.
The defense has been stepping up too in Green Bay. They've been playing well. So when you get the defense and the special teams and the offense running on all cylinders at the end of the year, that's when it needs to happen.
Well, let's get into this 1 o'clock Pacific time window then, because not as much lumber being thrown around out here, but they're talking about 9 to San Francisco, -9 San Francisco, Atlanta coming to the Bay to see what's popping. And Atlanta has been, I need the ATS on Atlanta, though. I would love to know it, because, like I was talking about before, Cordero Patterson's been doing everything for them. Debo Samuel style, and what DK Metcalf should be doing. He's literally doing everything with them. Big body, everything. He's a guaranteed touchdown. It's easy. Frisco is starting to round out, man. What is Frisco's record? Because like I said, I looked at my thing the other day. I have them making the playoffs. I had San Francisco making the playoffs because I wanted to review with you real quick what we had, because I had San Francisco, I had the Rams winning division and San Francisco making it. Now, clearly, we know that we got the Cardinals came out of nowhere, so all 3 of us is in there. You had Seattle, and I know what that's all about. Yeah. And the Rams getting in, and you also had the Arizona getting in. So smart move right there. So you had 3 teams out of the NFC West making it, which we didn't know that one of those at this point would be San Francisco. At least I did. But so San Francisco is playing for some here, positioning, getting that their situation together. Atlanta, they're just always playing. I don't know if it's first is to keep Matt Ryan's blood in his body. I don't know what, but they're playing for something. You see anything on this Garoppolo after Kittle went out there and became like Mr. Everything, fantasy 50 points last week? I mean, do they got it?
I in this game, honestly, San Francisco's been so wishy-washy to me, in my opinion, but I've been stuck in the trap for the last 8 Sundays or whatever it's been. So I'm not 100% sure on the eye test from what I've seen. However, I just think Matt Ryan and 9 points, they still have something to play for as well. With Cordell Patterson being back and healthy, last week Cordell was back, wasn't he? I think he was the week before he was out.
Yeah,
but
he was
that changes the game plan, and that changes a lot. I just think 9 is too much for the Niners. I don't think you're going to get 150 yards and 5 touchdowns from George Kittle every week or whatever he had last week. So I don't think that's a given in their offense. So I'd take Atlanta in this one and the +9, and is it 9.5, 9, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, got to go with the old boy, Matt Ryan, baby. Like we've talked about before. And everybody wanted Matt Ryan on their fantasy team 10, 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And, so now let's see what he's all about, with Cordell being back and putting together a good game plan and see what happens. Cause they could definitely flip, into a better playoff scenario. Right now they're 8, 9, 10th. So, but all those teams are tied at 6 and 7. So we'll see.
Minnesota, I don't see them having a huge problem with Chicago on Monday night. I don't know though. I mean, and then you also have Philly, which we've talked about, versus those COVID boys and WFTs. So that's what their situation looks like. So you're absolutely right. Atlanta does have shit to play for, bro. There's no reason for them to slow down because of the way that things are shaping up. They can get that WFT spot. Not that they could get, just Tampa Bay is just there. There's no shots for division for them. But again, with Philly going against WFT, and they currently have a spot based on all the metrics and shit involved. So yeah, I mean, but at the same time, man, shit. I think you'd have to take Atlanta because I'll make it a 7.5. If I was making it a 7.5, I'd be stupid to stay on San Francisco to cover 2 scores of some type in that situation. So I think that Atlanta's the side. I mean, it's 1:00 for them. It's not like super late for them. You know what I'm saying? Coming over. Yeah, that's the only way, man. Dog or pass. I mean, that's the only way to go. Take the money and pass because that number's is too high in my opinion.
I agree 100%.
Denver, Cincinnati. I mean, Denver is free of COVID situations as far as I'm aware of. I think so are
the Bengals.
So are the Bengals. But Bengals got to get right. We don't know what the hell they're. The eye test don't tell me shit except for I don't know shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With those guys, I mean, the only thing that is I would make it -1 Cincinnati, but that's still a 3.5 points difference from what it really is. And Denver at home, they come with a home field, so that could be what it is. So.
And then are they still on the the high, so to speak, from last week, the emotional high from last week? And at the home game, they got another home game this week.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they play, like you said, I guess in my opinion, they've been quietly good. Aaron Jones would probably tell us a different story, but
it's been super quiet.
But I mean, their defense keeps showing up in the games that they need to show up in. So 7-6. Oh, they're both 7-6. So this is definitely a must win for both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I have faith in Joe Burrow, but in Denver, we'll see how he plays out. Yikes. This is a tough one, homie. I don't even know where to go on this one. I mean, Denver's every time I didn't think they had a chance, they win. So,
well, I mean, the way that it's going to shake out, like on Saturday after the games are over on Saturday, if New Orleans wins, New England wins, that puts the Colts in a position to fall out.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
And would effectively make both of these teams very ambitious.
True.
Right? At this point, I think. Now that's when you're talking about just a motivation, which, you hear all these pros when they talk about this, they be trying to quantify how much is motivation worth, right? When, you get your favorite assistant coach get promoted to coach, how much motivation is that worth? You know what I'm saying? Or in the case of Urban Meyer gets fired and we didn't fucking like this guy anyway, how much motivation is that worth for Jacksonville at home? You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to say. but I just like the position and the time window where they're put in for this game to go on, with both of them needing a win. And the Bills are playing not Candy. Who do the Bills have? I'm tripping.
Carolina.
Carolina. So, at home, cold, you know what I'm saying? So, So anyway, but those are the teams these two teams are looking up at. And then with Cleveland and their COVID situation, those are the three teams that these two are looking at as far as the standing. So it's a lot of motivation there for those guys, but I don't know if I see a real edge on that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you feel some kind of way against one of these teams, take it. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably be stupid.
That's about the only way to go when it's minus 1.5. I mean, really, it's a coin flip. Who do you like best in this game? Who do you think's gonna show up and show out at this point? I mean, I think 44 is a little low, because I think both these teams are gonna have to surprise us. 44 is a total over under. I mean,
that seems low.
Yeah, it seems a little low, even with who knows who the quarterback is in Denver at this point. But if Denver's gonna win this game, I think since he's gonna be able to put up at least 24, 27, and Denver would have to put up more than that. So,
yeah, for sure. I mean, Denver's been running the ball crazy. You know what I'm saying? Melvin Gordon's not even starting, and he's like their leading rusher. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the hell they're out there doing, because they're getting no talk about them. Denver's getting zero talk, but Cincinnati's been getting shine and spotlight all season with the expectation. So I think that one will be good, but that's a good thing to highlight for y'all paying attention, that number seems a little bit low in that one for the total of 44. Let's swing around and tear this Monday night thing, and then we'll circle back.
Okay.
Tampa Bay, New Orleans, man. This don't mean shit to Tampa Bay, because clearly they're the cream of the crop, you know what I'm saying, right now. And New Orleans, I mean, they're just there. They're still experimenting with what they have going on and trying to make sure that they have their backfield together. But it's Tampa Bay at minus 11, 46.5 is the total. What you got on it?
Yeah, the Sunday night game, New Orleans at Tampa Bay, 46.5 too. I definitely think this has to be an over game. And man, I don't know, dude, with Tampa Bay being 11 point, I'm surprised it's not a little higher, but
it should be.
Yeah, but
I'd make it a 13.
I would take New Orleans in the points in this one. I think you got that backdoor cover like we always talk about where the defenses start playing a little loose in the second half. Who knows what the defense? I mean, their secondary, if I remember correctly, Tampa Bay's secondary still a little beat up. They have an easy ass schedule the next 3 games. They got at Carolina, at New York, and then home against Carolina. So, I mean, if they're going to put up some points in this game, Tampa Bay, that is, they need to do it. I mean, now, because I mean, they'll do it the rest of the week. They'll definitely put up points against Carolina and New York and Carolina, but you're not going to have Tom Brady. Well, maybe you will have Tom Brady in there the whole game, but they might have everything wrapped up by next week. So I don't know, long gibberish. I like New Orleans in this one. If it's up to 11, it's probably going to go up a little bit more, 12, maybe 11.5, but hey, who knows what the hell? How do you game plan for Taysom Hill or whoever, Simeon or whoever their quarterback's going to be? Kamara's back. Steady dose of the run game. I guess that's probably why it's only at 46.5. But yeah, I like New Orleans in this one. I think.
Yeah, it's
never bet against Brady.
Yeah, you got to think about that. But in this game, I think you look at last week's tape on New Orleans, because that's Taysom Hill and that's all the running backs in the game and what went on. That's all it is. Tampa Bay doesn't play around at home. They put up points at home. Okay, that's number one. That's what I'm looking at. I look back, they put up 33 versus the Bills last week, tight. Put up 30 versus the Giants at home the last game before that. 38 versus the Bears earlier at home. 45 versus the Dolphins at home. 48 at home. So they put up points when they're at home. So I'm looking for an edge because I only make this game a 13, and I wouldn't lay money on Tampa Bay. New Orleans would be the only one. Like I said, dog or pass. But if I'm knowing that that's what has been Tampa Bay's thing, I'm looking at the total. I'd be looking at the TTP on Tampa Bay team total on that when that comes a little bit clear. But I'm thinking you're right. That 46.5 is probably low now. You see what I'm saying? So I think that New Orleans has got enough to put up a good 21, and they can take care of the rest. That's nothing. But see, the problem would be, like I said, I think New Orleans can get theirs the way that they get theirs. They're familiar with each other. It's a division matchup once again that we're talking about. So everybody's familiar with each other. There's no games being played in this situation, but I would look at the totals in this, and if you feel comfortable with them, do that. But I don't lay no 11. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not picking no side on this one now that you said that. Yeah. I'm not picking a side. Yeah. I just like the over in this one. That's definitely the way to go. Because, I mean, you're right. If they're putting up 38 points at home or whatever it is, I mean, that's easily two touchdown favorite in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, the closest game that they've had at home was this last one where the Bills came back and then they came back and got them. So that's the closest game at home they've played all year. So, hey, I just want to see Tom Brady go out. But like I said, if you're trying to make some money, you better stay the hell away from that big number there.
And I think you already discussed a little bit of Minnesota, Chicago. Who knows what's going to happen on Monday night? There could be some different COVID scenarios or what's going on Monday night. The only thing I would like on this one, quick, Minnesota and Chicago, I would just say over 44. Last week, all primetime games were all 3-0 in week 14 in their overs. So roll that onto Monday. I don't know about tonight's game, Thursday night's game, but I think Sunday night and Monday night will definitely be a couple overs as well.
I don't know if I would give Minnesota any points against anybody. You see what I'm saying? Because just the way that they get down. And I mean, when have they not gotten down like that? I mean, when you think last week at halftime that they're not going to get down like this, right? They got a good 23-0 cushion. Yeah, they'll be able to walk this one off.
Yeah, walk it off. That's how they've been doing it, right?
Yeah, no, that wasn't the case. They let the Pittsburgh Steelers come all the way back. So I don't give a damn what it is. I don't even know who I would take Minnesota in a pick 'em over, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the teams that I have underneath Minnesota. And you stop me when you would pick Minnesota in a pick 'em over one of these teams. Minnesota I have as an even team at 16. Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, New Orleans, Seattle, Denver, Cincinnati. Now here might be one. WFTs.
Yeah,
Vegas.
You'd have to take. Yeah, there you go. WFT and Vegas. Maybe take them in and pick them. The other ones, who knows?
That's what I'm saying. There would be nothing in that situation. I mean, they just let Pittsburgh come back. So, okay, no. Indianapolis been looking like hot shit fire all year. You gonna really take Minnesota straight up against them? No. New Orleans, you don't know. They just could do anything any day. Seattle, I mean, look it. David, I don't know a damn thing about Seattle. All of a sudden, Tyler Lockett is Tyler Lockett.
Yep.
He's done doing Volkswagen commercials, and he's out here. 2 games in a row. Like, y'all know me, right? Who does this other dude with the colored hair? Forget him. This me. It's Tyler Lockett. 2 games in a row, balling the hell out, bro. Hey, look, let's get into this. Do you see anything different with this Seattle team in how they're playing to get these last couple wins versus what you were seeing before that?
I wish I could say I have. Literally, I wish I could say I have. I watched last
I see
games at the Trap, so I can't really think on that. But it seems like, I mean, when you have Tyler Lockett going off, what did you say he had last week? Was let's see,
5 for 142.
5 for 142, right? 5 catches for 142 yards.
And a
Holy cow. He gets open now. Maybe the offensive line is coming together a little bit. They haven't been all that bad, but as you discussed with the COVID list, we kind of touched on it earlier. Lockett was added, and so was Alex Collins. So hopefully AP's healthy. As far as I know, he's out. They're going to need a little help at running back. So we'll see what happens with that come Sunday. They are playing at SoFi, your Rams house. It seems like the offense is clicking a little bit. So, I mean, now it's time. You just called out DK and told Tyler Lockett, said, forget about that guy. Well, now it's going to be DK's time to shine in this one.
It better be.
It has to be.
It better be. Them COVID boys done left the house and they're doing Airbnb. They're not even there. It's the Rams house, but they're not there. They're not there. There's somebody else there. We don't know who's there. You want to look at this. Odell Beckham, starter. Johnny Munt, tight end. He's a second stringer, blah, blah, you know what I'm saying? Sebastian Joseph Day, guaranteed starter. Terrell Burgess, starter. Bryson Hopkins, DB, starter. Jalen Ramsey, starter. Rob Havens, starting O-line. Dion, starting DB. Darrell Henderson Jr., starting running back.
Right. Well,
we need to damn postpone this damn game.
I mean, this game, all those signs with all those starters out points to the Seattle should be able to take this one and get another win and bring them up to 6-8 right into the shuffle for a playoff spot, which is wild. Who do they have coming up? I should know this off the top of my head. Seattle has home against Chicago, home against Detroit, and then at Arizona. So
with the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
They can squeeze by in this one. I guess this is the way the cookie crumbles or whatever. But you know what? I mean, you still have Stafford back there slinging around the rock. You went to old boy Shalavenka or whatever his name is. That you mentioned the other day was like, what the hell? Who the hell is this guy? And why the hell is he out there? Some special teamers getting a couple catches. They've been targeting him a little bit.
Why? I don't know.
So, well, now they don't have Odell. I mean, Odell was on that streak 3 games in a row with a touchdown or something like that.
Wide receiver 1, Ben Schmarmack.
There you go. That dude.
I'm sure that's not it either. I'm sure. I'm 100% like that's not it.
But yo, homie, I don't know, man. I mean, that's gonna be one of those games that Seattle could surprise. I mean, not surprise, I guess, at this point. When
okay, let's look at it like that.
They should win this game, but who knows? I mean,
let's look at the position. All right, Seattle. We know the record, 5-8. I've never seen Seattle in too many situations where they didn't have anything to play for, right? So, Chicago, gettable game. Clearly, versus the COVID boys this week, gettable game, I would say. Detroit up here, gettable game, and then Arizona. And then you've got. So I'm looking at that in a situation where with the COVID boys, I mean, it just is what it is. They're just trying to get out of this shit unscathed. So because the rest of the schedule is not soft. I mean, you got Minnesota, and we know what they've been doing. Baltimore, we don't know what they'll be. And then the damn hated 49ers to finish off the damn year. This could not turn out good. This could turn out all bad for the Rams. This is the worst timing ever, because this would be the game after last week, after the Rams coming out doing what the hell they supposed to be doing all year. That's how it's supposed to look right there. That's how it's supposed to look. That's how it looked when Goof was at the helm, and it looked great. That's what it looked like last night. Okay, perfect. This was the game that we was going to prove that we got it together. Okay, even without Bobby Trees, right? This won't be a week. We're going to get it together. Yeah, we show y'all, bang, bang, hit them up. No, because nobody's there. We got to go to the Y and go find some dudes. We got to go to the Arena League and find a couple dudes. I don't even think practice squad dudes will fill out how many people that are missing for the Rams. So it's a bad spot. And looking at the schedules, like I said, this could be bad, especially if the 49ers do their thing. This could be nasty. So we looked at it from a spot perspective on that. With the edge, clearly the Rams on the open were a touchdown favorite over the Seahawks. Now it's just 4.5. That whole roster of players is only worth a field goal difference in the line. Is that what they're telling me?
Maybe because it's a division game too, I guess, would be sort of my guess about that. And Seattle they've played what, close? LA Rams division game at LA. Seattle has pretty much a healthier roster at this point. Yikes. I don't
Only
know.
3 points of change. I'm just trying to help the people figure out where the angle is, because I would make this game 8. Then I would decide, okay, all of those dudes that are missing, the COVID boys, if Beckham is worth a half a point, if Joseph Day is worth a half a point, if Jalen Ramsey's probably worth a half a point, if I gave a half a point to the old starting O-lineman Rob Havenstein fucking up the running game, that's a half a point. That would be 4. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 total. So I got 2 points of move. And then, oh, shit. Then the secondary, oh, my God. So maybe you're right. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe this is another dog or pass situation. And this might be, like you said earlier, maybe you take a run on the Seattle with the money line.
I think you almost have to in this game just to I don't think it's a far-fetched out of there, too far-fetched that they can't win this game with everything they got. I mean, Tyler Lockett, yeah, that kind of, as you're talking about a half a point, that's probably that's definitely a big loss for him.
Yeah.
But the way that, Pete wants to run the ball, well, you got Alex Collins out now, but Rashad Penny's supposedly healthy, the greatest running back of all time, evidently, from what Seattle Twitter seems to think, which they're wrong. So I don't know. I still want to see more out of Rashad Penny. This is a hard toss-up for me. If everything was healthy, straight up, Rams all day, 7 points easy. Touchdown favorite, touchdown easy. With everything that's going on in the world, I'm taking Seattle in this one, not just because of homer bet. I'll take the 4.5, but I think that we should take the money line on this one just because I think the payout's going to be better.
Yeah, no, this ain't like I'm about to go play 5 dimes on the money line. But if you play a nice little piece of your stack, bankroll, wad, guap, and go put a little piece on the Seahawks. It probably won't hurt you because the position is just good. It's just a good spot for them.
Right, exactly. I mean, that's 100% good spot.
It's a good spot, divisional matchup. You know the team well. You know what I'm saying? It's on the West Coast. You're not losing any time. You're playing in a better weather situation than you would because you're playing in SoFi. And only thing that you've lost out of your lineup is your backup running back, which you've already got a backup to the backup already, who's already put in money, and your number 2 wide receiver who acts like your number 1 wide receiver. So, I don't know. Your squad looks like it is whole in some sense, right?
Yeah,
to
I
me.
think. Yep.
Where this looks like what the dudes say, cluster injuries, right? This
You're
looks
right.
like a cluster fuck, okay, of shit that's going on. Multiple offensive linemen, damn near the whole DB room. Yeah, I don't even know who's playing special teams right now. Looking at these names, these are the dudes I see run down on special teams to down a punt. They're on the damn list.
Yeah, and they're going to be, who knows where they're going to get players from, like you said. Well, before we get into the hometown plays of the week, I'll go over last week's real quick, homie.
What happened?
Last week, let's see, I had Seattle's defense 3 turnovers and win by double digits. They had 0 turnovers, but they did win by double digits.
Okay.
And you had, excuse me, you had the Rams 100-yard rusher, but you also had Arizona will have a 100-yard rusher, right? If I remember correctly.
Yep.
And let's see, Rams had 89 total rushing yards, Sony Michel 79, and Van Jefferson 10. And then Arizona had 103 total, Murray 61, Connor 31, and Moore 11. That game.
So I hit.
Huh?
So that one hit. But it fucked up my parlay. See, that's what happens with parlays right there. You get one right, you get one wrong, the whole shit's fucked up.
Yep, that's exactly. Unless you bet that college basketball parlay, Tarleton State. Whatever works.
Who the hell are they? Do your research. Find out. First person to hit us up. Hashtag Stix and Sports. What city and state is Tarleton University in? Mugs for you, G.
There we go. I'm down with that. First person to give us the right answer gets a mug. I'm going to throw you my hometown play of the week, homie. So since I'm going to keep it simple with Tyler Lockett out, DK, 100 yards receiving, and a touchdown.
That's what you got?
That's what I got. Simple, short, sweet, and simple. Can't lose this one. Nobody knows who's going to be playing defense for the Rams. He definitely doesn't have Jalen Ramsey to worry about. So I'm going all in on DK's get right game right here.
All right. Well, here we go. This is the world premiere, week 15. Whose house? Rams house. Hometown play of the week. The Rams will have 3 more people on COVID before the game starts. Okay, 3 will go on the list before the game starts. And I have to go with good old faithful in this moment. And I got to give a shout out to the big boy Stix for pointing this out. I have to go with the big cup, not the coffee cup, the big cup, Cooper Cup, over 96.5 receiving yards, guaranteed. Book it. It's going down. There's no need to even write about it or think about it. Just go run up to the counter, put your money down, get your ticket, put it in your back pocket. Don't lose it, and figure out what day you're going to go back up and collect your money.
What is he, 11-2 now? 12-2?
12-2 after last week.
Yeah. So that's the way. Let's see. Well, you're gonna have to keep me posted on the game, homie, because I'll be at the Trap. Don't know if it'll be on. Hopefully it's on Fox. Be able to see a little bit of it.
I'll let you know. Because there gonna be some dudes that they didn't even have time to put a name on the back of the jersey.
They're just gonna have like old school numbers,
straight numbers. Yeah, like it's Alabama, just straight numbers. I think Alabama even got names now. You know what I mean? So they'll be like, "Who are you? Hey, you won a contest earlier. We need for you to play special teams real quick. You're in section 202, row M, seat 4. We need you to go cover on special teams."
Well, with that being said, looking forward to some football this weekend. Well, I hope you are, homie. Be able to keep everybody informed. Use the hashtag Stix in Sports. First person to tell us what the name of the school? Tarleton
University.
Tarleton University gets a mug. And don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. Go to thisfunner.com for more podcast online content. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family. Follow me on Twitter at Stix015. Follow this guy and us big homie at homie_anonymous.
Hey.
That's what we have for y'all. We appreciate y'all listening, engaging with us, sharing the podcast with your friends and family. Thank y'all. Hopefully we'll be able to figure out a show next week. We'll do our best. And what you got for the people, homie?
Oh, nothing, man. Hey, look, you have to respect people that are disabled. Make sure they got plenty of parking spots and you're not using up their shit and all of that. But some people take this emotional support animal shit a little bit too far, dog. Okay. People be taking shit on airplanes now and it's getting wild. They caught the lady the other day with a hairless cat.
Wow.
She could be careless too. But a hairless cat on a damn airplane as a emotional support animal. Ain't nobody want to see that. But you know what else they don't want to see? The woman breastfed the damn cat dog in the airplane.
Oh, no.
I'm not playing, but this is funner.
That was Sports Fix with Stix. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. If you want to join the show, use the hashtag Stix in Sports.
Winners don't make excuses.